Alright, now let's move on to section 7.4. We talk about discount this time. So if you go to a supermarket to want to buy something to eat, for example, maybe a bag of biscuit. Okay, the market price, what is mean the market price of this good? Okay, so there is a price tag. Okay, say the biscuit is $8. Okay, $8. But again, it may sell at a discount. Okay, it may sell at a discount. For example, 90%. Okay, maybe 10% off. 10% off. What does it mean by 10% off? In Cantonese, it is 九折，打九折。Okay, 10% off means 九折。And then the discount percent is 10% in this case. And if it is 10% off, then the biscuit is going to be sold at this price. Okay, so how to think about how to calculate this price? Okay, so the discount percent, okay, this equation, the middle one, I give you the discount percent 10%, and you have the market price $8. So the discount, what is the discount? Okay, so imply you can multiply the 8 up here. Okay, so 10% is 0.1 times 8. That means the discount is going to be $0.8. Okay, and then the biscuit is sold at this amount less than the market price. So discount 0.8, market price $8. So what's the selling price? Of course, should be 7.2. You save $0.8 for that if it has a discount. So again, these types of relationship here is very important. You need to memorize some of the equation first. I think the most important relation is the first and this. And sometimes you will use this, of course, but you can easily get the third equation from the second. Okay, so let's look at example 1. You calculate the discount of dining table. Okay, discount, just write discount, will be the market price. You marked the table at this amount minus the selling price, and this will be your discount. And the discount percent always, okay, the discount divide by what? Divide by this number or this number? Okay, should be this. Okay, the market price should be always divided by the market price, and then times 100%, 28%. Okay, right? So your turn to try this. Again, discount. Pause it and then do it. Equals 28 market price, selling price, and then give you discount. Discount 15% discount divided by market price, 28. Okay, very simple. Okay, example 2. You have dress, you have shirt, okay, selling at different price at a different discount percent. So which one has a larger discount percent? Okay, you need to calculate all the discount percent. Okay, discount percent of dress first. Okay, dress equal to the amount discount, that's the market price minus the selling price, divide by the the market price, then this is 50% discount for the dress. Discount percent of shirt. Okay, do the same thing, calculate the discount amount and then divide by market price, and then this will have the discount percent shirt. Therefore the shirt is sold at a larger discount percent than a dress. Next, your turn. Discount percent again of lunch set A equals 45 minus 36 divided by 45 times 100 give you 20%. Discount percent of lunch set B equals to 80 minus 68 divided by 80. Okay, calculate it as 15%. Therefore, lunch set A has a larger discount percent than B. Right? So now you're going to get the discount and also the selling price, two things. Discount first, 8500. Market price over a 15% discount. So how much cheaper you buy it from the original price, market price? It is $1275 is the discount. And then the selling price would be 8500 minus this number, and then money, $. Okay. Now let's try the next. Discount equal 450 times 40% equal to 180, and then selling price equal to 450 minus 1x0 equal to 270. Always like this. And then you can use this equation as well. Okay. And then now you have selling price in this example. This is the selling price. You have discount rate, discount percent, this. You are going to get the mark price. According to this formula, you can easily set up equations, right? So what you're doing is let x be the mark price, and then x times 1 minus 30%, that's discount, equals to 455. Okay, so for x, always, okay, and then x will be, write down conclusion. The mark price for school bag is alright, and then this, let's try one for one. Again, let x $b, of course you can do it in one step, not letting x, but solving by equation, okay? Be the mark price of the water bottle, x times 1 minus 12% equal to 88. Solve it. 88. Simple. Okay. That's it. Okay, sometimes you need to find the discount. Find the discount, not the discount percent. Discount is the amount of money you save. So how to do it? Let x dollar be the market price. You calculate the market price first of the video game. X 1 minus 20% for 8t, okay, and then x will be $600, and then you are going to calculate the discount, not the market price, right? So the discount will be the market price minus the selling price, okay, and the discount will be 120. Okay, be careful of what's been asked in the question. Example 5 now. Let's do it. Selling price first. How to find selling price? You're going to use the market price, and then with a discount rate, with discount percent, and then this is the selling price. Sorry. Okay, simple. And then you are going to find the profit percent if the cost price of guitar is this, right? So you're going to make a profit, of course, selling it with 3,000 something, but you only cost $2,000. So the profit percent is profit using this formula, right? Okay, profit percent is the profit. What is your profit? You're going to sell this, and what is causing it is 2,000 only, and the cost is 2,000 only. Okay, so using this formula, and then calculate it to be this percentage. One step thing. Okay, let's try 5 here. Selling price first. Again, the same thing. 108 times a 1 minus 30% discount. 7,516. And then profit percent is the profit you have made, 75.6 minus selling price, and then divide by what? Of course, the cost times 100%, and then calculate this 40%. Example 6. Okay, use this to calculate selling price. Look at the questions. This is the cost. This is the loss percent. This is the discount. And this is the loss percent. Okay, so what is the selling price first? Is the cost minus times 1 minus loss percent. So what is the cost? 500. And then the loss percent, according to the question, is 16%, and it is selling at this amount. And then David claims that the market price of the tennis racket is $100 higher than the cost price. Do you agree? You need to check. You need to check whether the market price is really higher than its cost. So you are going to calculate the market price. Okay? Oh, sorry. Okay, you can let X be the market price first of the tennis racket, and then X 1 minus 30% equals to 420, and then 420 times, be quick, and then give you 600. And then since the market price compare, okay, is 600, and it is $100 higher than its cost price. You need to really write down this, okay? You need to compare. And then this statement confirm David's claim. David's claim is agree. You write down this. Okay, finish. Next, let's try question 6. Okay, again, selling price equal to 150 times 1 minus some loss percent, and then 120. And then again, same, let X dollar be the market price. Okay, then you set equations. 1 minus 25% equals to 120. So X is 120 times 7,500, and then X will be 160. And then since the same writing, okay, 160, which is different from the cost price. Conclusion: Candy's claim is disagreed. All right. Several more questions to go, but you need to do it, of course. Pause it and do it. Okay, how to do? The selling price first equal 1458 divided by 3,486 dollar. Then let the market price be Y dollar. 4x6 equals to Y times 1 minus 10%. And what is Y then? Okay, therefore the market price is 540. Calculate the savings per bag. Okay, the savings per backpack equals to 540 minus 4x6 equals to $54. And then to customers, what are the pros and cons of discount? Of course, I can think of many pros. Customers can buy good at lower price. Of course, this is good. Cons: here, customers may need to buy larger quantity amount, which may lead to unnecessary spending. Okay, which may lead to unnecessary spending. You spend more, okay? You create waste, okay? So this is the cons. Okay, so let's try some DSE questions, okay. Look at it. Okay, selling price. $255 market price times 1 minus 40% give you the selling price, and then the cost. This is part A. Part B, okay, cost 153 divided by 1 plus 22%. I don't add equation, okay, I just simply use the relation. Okay, give you the answer, $150. And then the second one, similar things. I think those are section A's simplest question in HKDSE exam, okay? So the first one, selling price 255, 1 minus 4%, no, 1 plus 20%, not 255, 250. $300 market price. 300 1 divide by, not multiply, divide by 1 minus 25% give you 400. You can let and then solve equation, but again you can find this answer. So now I use let X be the market price. Then think about the cost. What is the cost? Then the cost is this. According to X is the market price, the cost will be this. And also the selling price, this is a quite difficult question. Selling price equals to something about X. And then this selling price is just 0.6x. Okay. And set up equations like this. This is just this. Minus the cost minus the selling. 0.6x. This is the selling. The cost minus the selling gives you this. Okay, what is this? A loss. A loss. And solving it, it will be the market price. Right. With many questions, so be quick. Answer is C, but how to find it? Salary. Teresa's salary equals to two things. You need to compare it with Donald's. Donald's salary is this, divided by 1 plus 25%, and then further divide it by 1 minus 35%. Think about it. You can maybe set equations. set equations to do it. But in one step, you can do it like this: 3, 5, 5. Because we have 3 person, okay, 3 people here: Donald, Peter, and Teresa. Okay, this is Teresa salary. All right. So next, the final one. Mary sold 2 bags for this amount. She gained this percent on one and lost 20% on the other. After 2 transactions, Mary, what's the result? So the cost. What's her cost? Actually, the selling price divided by 240 divided by 1 bet she earned something, and for the other bet she lost. Loss is 1 minus 20%. So these are her total costs. All right, and this gives you $500 for the cost. Okay, but she is just selling 2 bags at this amount times 2. So you compare, okay, the cost larger than which this number is her selling price. Okay, compare. After the comparing, the loss is 500 minus, and this loss is $20. So the answer should be A. This is a loss. Okay, I think you need to maybe do more questions in your textbook, but I think you have all the answers here, and I will upload all the model answers for you, and you can also continue to read some terms, some additional readings at the back. Okay, I think that's it for today. Thank you.